All right, welcome back to this discussion on India-Pakistan relations. Let me go across to our guests immediately. Mr. Narendra Taneja, what is the view? Are you willing now to give the SAARC process a chance? Over the last 2 years, SAARC summit was not held. India had boycotted the SAARC summit. So did other nations after the Uri attack. Do you think this process can now be resumed? If tomorrow Pakistan wants to hold the SAARC summit in Islamabad, sends an invitation to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, are you of the view that the Indian government should accept the invite?
No, you see, I mean, we are committed to SAARC and the spirit of SAARC and the mission of SAARC. But you see, India and Pakistan are two very important members. Of course, Bangladesh, all countries are important. But you see, India is the largest player in terms of the size of the economy and so on and so forth. And now the question here is that, the new Prime Minister in Pakistan just taken over. We are not going to go only by words. We'll have to see his deeds, his actions, and also we need to understand that what exactly has got in mind. Let's not forget one thing. India is now $2.7 trillion economy, and Pakistan is still on a small economy, $280 billion or so. Now the question is that, of course, we would like to expand the trade, but there has to be conducive atmosphere. That how can you trade or expand trade with Pakistan when in return what they give to us are bullets and dynamite?
Mr. Taneja, I'm going to request you to hold on. We're getting a view now from the ruling party in Pakistan. Azhar Lagari, who's the head of public relations of the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, is joining us on the phone from Karachi. Mr. Lagari, we want to ask you, how much of space will the new Prime Minister have? There has been this perception that the army had a role to play in bringing him to power. The army has dictated the foreign policy of Pakistan. How much room will Imran Khan have vis-a-vis India?
Well, thank you very much, first of all, for calling me in your show. And as far as your question is concerned, Army has a almost nil or negligible role in bringing anybody from last 10 years in Pakistan. Because Army is doing their job as they are prescribed in the Constitution of Pakistan. Imran Khan is a very popular leader in Pakistan, and you can see the greetings and the happiness all over the country. You can read the faces of people and they can tell you that he is our leader.
So, and, Mr. Lagari,
foreign policy, of course, foreign policy, you decide foreign policy. Yesterday, our foreign minister, Mr. Shah Mahmood Qureshi, was briefing media, and he categorically said that the foreign policy will be decided only in the Foreign Office.
Okay, that's an important point. But Mr. Lagari, the question that India would like to ask, and probably this is in the mind of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, is how far is Imran Khan willing to talk on the issue of terror, reigning in the Lashkar-e-Toiba, reigning in Hafiz Saeed, Zakir Rahman, Lakhvi, and also moving forward on the 2611 trial?
Well, you see, this is not just between the two governments. This is between the public of the two countries. We are sharing the same culture. We are sharing the same traditions. We were one country about 71 years ago. So obviously the bond is there. So we just have took over power just 2-3 days ago, and we have decided, the Prime Minister has just addressed to the nation 2 days ago, and he said that in his speech that we will follow National Action Plan, which was decided about 2-3 years ago when General Rahil Sharif was in charge of the army, and he was given the task to enforce that National Action Plan. So we are going to enforce that National Action Plan, and no terrorism with any country, in the country, outside the country, in the region, is beneficial to Pakistan.
Okay.
Because terrorism doesn't help any nation.
All right, Mr. Lagari,
Yeah,
Mr. I'll request you to hold on for a second. I'll also get in a word from the opposition party in India. Congress's Sanjay Jha is joining us, and Mr. Azhar, I'll request you to continue being with us. Sanjay Jha, do you think it is conducive for the Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, to go ahead and initiate a dialogue with Imran Khan? Or do you think it should first begin at the level of foreign secretaries, at the level of NSAs? NSAs have already been talking in different parts of the world. Do you feel that it's right for Prime Minister Modi to begin a dialogue, or the atmosphere is not conducive? Sanjay Jha.
Well, you know, first and foremost, I would like to congratulate him and the PTI for his success in the Pakistan elections. I don't think, Parikshit, we should take away from the fact that Pakistan has, despite a lot of cynicism and skepticism, had a smooth democratic transition. Now, you know, the truth is that we should, however, have guarded optimism. I remember when Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif won the mandate and he formed his government, there was a lot of buoyancy and optimism. But I think with both India and Pakistan, I think we need to always, I think, start with setting a lower base of expectation. You know, the past experience teaches us that our diplomatic initiatives from both sides have very often got stuck on, you know, various issues, mostly uncontrollable and unplanned for. So I would say that at this point, one should be definitely welcoming Mr. Imran Khan as the Pakistan Prime Minister. He comes with a certain hope and expectation. I agree with what he said. He seems to be very popular in Pakistan. And that, I think, to some extent, gives him an opportunity here to speak as a representative of the larger, I would say, democratic establishment. However, in India, we have to be a little cautious because I think the role, the dominating, overwhelming role of the Pakistan military cannot be undermined.
Take baby steps. That's what Sanjay Jha, the opposition, the leader of the opposition party, the Congress party in India, is saying. Mateen Haider, I'd like to ask you, what is the chatter that you're picking up from the ground? Imran Khan has been sworn in as the Prime Minister, new Prime Minister of Pakistan. He talks about austerity in politics, cutting down expenditures, focusing on the economy, the health, malnutrition in the country. Where do you think this is going in the next few days, and what level of engagement can we see with India in the weeks and months to come?
Yes, indeed, Prime Minister of Pakistan, Mr. Imran Khan, he spoke about human development in Pakistan, and instead of some political rhetoric, really he portrayed the real picture of Pakistan. He did talk about definitely foreign policy in his first address to the nation. And of course, in the days to come, there will be definitely dialogue between India and Pakistan. And the solution to all the issues between Pakistan and India lies through dialogue. If you're talking about terrorism, terrorism does take place in India as well. And if there are allegations of Pakistan's involvement, Pakistan has been denying this is not correct. Right, terrorism, as some of our friends said, it does take place everywhere in the world. So instead of blame game, Pakistan in the past have been asking India to share any credible evidence of any involvement of something like that. So Uri is a different thing. Then there have been definitely attack on Indian airbase, and then there have been number of stories even exposed by the Indian media. I think my final word is, I think the Indian media, the Indian electronic media, TV channels, newspapers should not blow the thing really, should not give setback to the things which get normalized. Right, so it's a good beginning. Prime Minister of Pakistan has made good words, and Indian Prime Minister has also made good words. I think let's hope and let's wait for the high-level meeting between two prime ministers. It is expected on the sidelines of UN General Assembly in New York. So if this meeting takes place, it will be definitely a new beginning between two countries.
We're running out of time. One final question to Anil Trigunayat. Mr. Trigunayat, we just have about 10 seconds. If you can tell us, if dialogue should begin, what level should the dialogue begin?
Yes, you are with me.
Both the leaders have already expressed the desire for constructive engagement or dialogue. That is the natural progression after this engagement. But definitely there are certain conditions. But I know that it will have to be at the level of officials first. It cannot be at the top level immediately because a lot of issues are to be sorted out. We have terrible baggage that is going on, and that needs to be addressed before the highest level engagement takes place. Let us see what happens at the UNGA and how because yesterday, as you know, Mr. Qureshi gave a speech about this media, and he spoke about we are atomic power and all that. Those kind of things are not going to go down well. So I think that I will look forward to UNGA statement of Pakistan, and I think from there the things would move forward.
Okay, so UNGA statement is something we should look forward to, and dialogue should begin at the level of officials. This is what this panel believes. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us. We'd like to thank Mr. Mateen Haider for joining us from Islamabad.
You're not allowed me to speak.
Mr. Azhar, Mr. Taneja, I'm sorry. I've completely run out of time.
No, but you should have allowed me, because they are all about, I'm here the representative of the ruling party. You're not giving me any time. What's the point of having a debate?
Mr. Taneja, go ahead.
No, the point here is that...
Go ahead, Mr. Taneja.
Yeah, thank you very much for letting at least me to speak. Yeah. No, you should have given me some time also to speak. The point is that we have not proposed any talks with Pakistan. We have not proposed anything. So these reports in Pakistani media are misleading. Government of India has not proposed any talks at this stage. Now the thing is that Prime Minister has taken over. We have sent a message of congratulations and we wish him all the best. We will wait and watch, and things are going to take their normal course. In the meantime, if they can shut down the terror factories, I think that will help to create the right and conducive atmosphere.
All right, Mr. Taneja, thank you very much for joining us. Thanks to Sanjay Jha, Anil Trigunayat, Azhar Lagari and Mateen Haider as well.